On this week's Minute of the Apes, Sean and I take a moment to talk about having a phone that shoots at night. What does it do, Sean?
It takes pictures in low light.
And it makes it look like it's daylight.
It's so pretty.
And we do nothing but go on and on about it. And Richard looks at us like, are we ever going to talk apes?
Divine bomb. There is fire, there is smoke.
Hello and welcome to Minute of the Apes, the daily podcast where we break down every minute of the Planet of the Apes movies, 1 minute at a time. I am Todd.
Heyo.
That's Sean.
Hi.
That's Richard.
I mean, how often do you use this pen?
I found something.
Never.
I think you should see it.
What?
I don't know.
Is that in the minute?
You want to just follow me randomly? Hey, we found something.
Hang on.
I think you should see it.
I will always follow you randomly, so don't ask me that question in the future. But
sorry, it's just such a. Hey, we found something. We think you should see it. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We are at a new week. I'm hoping this film takes a turn. I have a good feeling about it because we at least ended the last week going, we've got some really good actors behind some marginal content. That can turn itself around. That can add us some good moments. Let's hope that we have that as we venture into minute 36. Sean, could you tell us what are you two okay?
I'm seeing how Galaxy Heroes is treating Richard.
I'm getting an offer for a Jabba gear in the thing.
I mean, so many ads. Anyways.
Whatever. I'm so sick of all the ads. I'm so sick of that game, period. I stay in it because I love both of you, and I get to talk to you about that. Is literally my only reason for playing. Shelly asks me, why are you playing that game? I said, because I love Richard and Sean. That is it. That is all.
I'm enjoying it.
Minute 36. Sean, tell us what's going on.
Someday I'll beat it. All right. We start minute 36 with Thade reenacting Basic Instinct and ends with Davidson stepping back from some bars.
Reenacting Basic?
Yes.
That's Sean. Yeah. I don't often do this, but
that's good. I like
nice job. Here we go. Minute 36. We got Tim Roth. We got Helena Bonham Carter. We got Tim Burton. Do we have a soul inside his body? Marky Mark. Minute 36. Planet of the Apes.
You're an ambition.
I know about the trouble you caused today. I could have you arrested.
I do it again.
You feel so much for these humans, yet you feel nothing for me.
Moment, sir.
What is it?
We found something. We think you should see it.
As minute 36, we have an Oberon's worth of apes and humans, 2 displaced pods worth of humans and apes, wild humans in an ape city.
All right, visually, we get Ari standing through a weird beaded little curtain that looks literally like it's something out of the 70s and the Brady Bunch. We look back across at Thade as he grunts and growls and slams her against the wall because that's what men do to their women. They get in there, and they get mean and nasty. He has shadows across his face. His makeup looks wonderful. Helena has a return angle with lots of light on it, and her makeup looks like makeup. We go across. We see all kinds of things, them going back and forth until Thade jumps over the edge, jumps down, and springs up onto his ape, which...
Onto his horse.
I'm sorry, onto his horse, which for some reason the entire thing either felt like The Princess Bride or a Mel Brooks movie to me.
I
don't know why.
have a comment about that.
So we then get... out of nowhere, the gorillas in the blood red uniforms,
Right.
walking up and talking to him. We go back inside and we see our house gorilla grunting, growling as he locks the doors on Leo in the, what I guess is the cage off of the kitchen. Because when I store my greasy pets that carry
put 'em in
diseases,
the
I
kitchen.
put them right next to the food.
Yes.
But let's begin with Thade
The worst-
treating his woman like a woman should be treated.
The worst foreplay I've ever heard. I could have you arrested. Are you getting wet from that? What?
Oh, holy shit.
So I heard what you did today, which I assume is the reference to her kind of buying
Yeah.
two people
Yeah,
and
yeah.
kind of causing trouble at the slavers. I mean, that's the only thing I think that he's referencing, what he did today. Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, so
All
let's.
right, you want to talk about the makeup because Thade. I think why Ari looks so strange to us is Thade. If you look at Thade, his character, it's got wrinkles.
And he's got a goatee kind of hair around it.
Yeah, and you look at her, and it's so smooth and featureless. Like if you can describe him, and if you describe her, you would just draw a round face with.
I think that's
eyes
right,
and
Sean.
Some slits for a nose and a little slit for a mouth.
Yeah, yeah.
kind of featureless.
All of this is just kind of smooth.
It's
Let's
all
look
one
over,
thing.
And I know I'm asking, let's look at dolls,
Yes.
but Richard gave us those mega reproductions, and Zira in the back has hair up into her little cheekbone and down.
Yeah.
Ari has no hair on her face, and I do think that's
she has just a little bit of side. You can't see it in here,
Okay.
but she because it's kind of hidden by shadows. But she has the faintest little bit of sideburns.
and it's just like that makes them look non-ape like. They look like mutant humans more than they look
right,
like an
yeah,
ape.
very much so.
Yeah.
It's creepy.
Now, I do think that the lighting when it gets into
Like look at whenever he jumps off and looks, you can see.
Yeah, I
some
did.
of that,
I did look at that. So right around 8 seconds when it gets into Thade's shot, when he looks back at her, I do think the lighting in this scene is really interesting. How the pools of light without looking like slashes of light. So it's a very cool moment. I like the two of them together. But is that how you win a girl over?
Depends. I mean,
the
do they
way-
like a bad boy?
The way he's
Or a
been,
boy, whatever
the way
you
he's
want.
been treating her so far, this is par for the course. This is not.
Okay, that's fair. That is fair.
This is on brand.
he
for
likes
Thade.
he likes to neg her. He wants to treat her like shit, so she'll keep coming
But I mean,
back.
you know, when you were in school, wasn't that how you told somebody you liked them? Was you,
You
were
pull-
kind of
you pulled their hair,
You were
pulled
kind of rude to them, yeah,
Yeah.
more than anything else.
so as I
You were
watched,
mean.
and as I watched him leave the scene too, I actually thought of something we talked about during In Between, which was She-Hulk and Daredevil's exit from the roof when he jumps off and she's kind of, I forget what her
like,
line is
"Wow."
like. Oh, she's like, oh, that's
actually
oh,
impressive.
That's
Yeah.
great. I wish that instead of him just running and springing over like he'd run and got to the edge and looked at her and then flipped backwards or something, but it just feels like this.
He's like a little
Bye.
a petulant kid running away.
It is, and that's when I started thinking it felt like, again, Princess Bride or a Mel Brooks film when somebody would look at them and go, oi, and just jumped over the side, you know?
I wanted to hear the sound of him hitting trash cans and a cat going meow, and you just hear a little
That would
fuck.
that would work too. So he jumps and hits a trampoline because, I mean, sorry, that just comes off as no other way that when he gets down, he springs right back
Would have been
up.
a good moment for a Wilhelm scream, right? Right in that particular.
Yes. Wow!
Maybe he was actually supposed to land on the horse and like, oh my balls.
But he jumps up, he gets in there, he springs up onto the horse.
It was. I mean, it was a bit unnecessary, but cool. We can do that.
Yes, it is. And then I don't know. I always have, unless there are certain characters you can get away with, Dracula, Batman, whatever, that are lurking in the shadow and emerge out of it. But weird
The
gorillas.
professional.
Yeah, agreed. You've created something that I exist in the shadow. If you were going to make Splinter Cell, that game that we played years and years ago, if you were going to tell that in a movie, that character would always need to
In
come
the
out of the
shadow,
shadows.
yeah.
Period. Why are the gorilla dudes hiding in the shadow? This is not. They don't have something that at this point to them is dangerous to be told. They don't need to lurk.
Well, that's just it. Like what? We found something we think you should see.
Well, and this is
in
a
the context of this one single minute. I don't really care. I don't know. Like,
Right.
what are we talking about? Are we talking about something with the humans?
Well, this is a movie trope that you and I, the three of us, would never do that. If I had something to show you, I wouldn't say, "Hey guys, you got to come see this." I'd say, "Hey guys, you want to see this badass car that I just bought?"
Yeah.
"Hey guys, you want to see my new horse?" No, I wouldn't say, "Hey guys, I have something to show you."
And you
unless
can
I was trying to deliberately keep it a secret and a surprise for you. Why wouldn't they just say, "Hey Thade, we found some weird thing out in the forest. Why don't you come see it?"
and that's just it. If they had given a little more detail, and it would have made sense. If they had said,
Right.
But this is a movie
we found
trope.
something.
But
We found something in the
you
jungle.
can fix that too if they came and they said, "Is he captain or commander? Do we know what his
General,
rank
I
is? Is he
think.
general?"
Yeah, hang
General Thade. General Thade, we found something in the forest. We're not sure what it is. The shape of, it. And then he could go.
Yeah, he's
We
general.
No, we don't talk about these things. You know, he could stop them. You can,
Right.
and that
Or,
creates
I mean-
tension
Right.
within the scene.
We found something in the forest. What? I don't know. We've never seen something like this before.
Anything.
It's white and hard and metal. That's,
but even as
and then
even
he
as,
could say, "Lower your voices."
Yeah.
Anything like that would work too.
even as the viewing audience watching this from the theater, I have no idea what they're talking about.
And that is the weird
I can
thing
make
about it,
some
isn't it?
guesses, maybe.
How they
What did
just
we
all of a sudden
find?
Well, why didn't we see them discovering it? If we'd seen them discovering it as a cutaway scene of them going along, that some of the forest is burned or
Did
something
we
like
find Pericles? Did we find another spaceship? Did we find?
that. They found Marky Mark's soul.
and it's very interesting that they cast.
They found his filling.
The person that they put in the guard that comes out and says, "We have something you can see." It's Kevin Grievous.
Oh yeah.
And his voice sounds so much like Michael Clark Duncan's. At first, I thought they were the same
Right.
person.
Yeah, it did.
Well,
It was a little too
They're
close.
also doing something with their voice that's almost like they're talking.
Well, no, that's his actual voice. That guy really talks like that.
But I think that Michael Clark Duncan too is also talking.
But this guy,
it's almost like they're talking in reverse.
Let me see something. If I go,
Here, I happen to have this queued up. We'll bring it up and then you can find what you're wanting to. Here,
I'm just gonna see if
here
I
we
can-
go. Here we go.
A moment, sir.
What is it?
We found something.
You found them.
so I'm trying. Here we go. I'm just trying to find a clip of this guy just talking in real life, and I need to go back. Come on.
Maybe they cast people that talk weird.
Here we go. Let's see if I can unmute.
Turn it up
That's what I'm doing.
so it'll hit the mic. He sounds like a synth. Yeah, he has a little bit of a low.
So I imagine as a graphic novelist, it's always.
He's also a comic book writer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think
But-
that it, and I get it that it's no different than
Here you go. Listen.
The graphic novel was almost a sidebar.
yeah.
So that's his actual voice.
But it's
yeah.
also, and then it's also no different that when I sing, I can do all kinds.
Oh, you can go deeper.
I can do, and when I do that, I
Get the
and it sounds like they're
vocal fry.
they're completely allowing the gravel in their voice to
Yeah.
hit. Commander, we have something.
yeah.
Did they decide that that's how Gorilla sounded? Was
All
we
the-
wanted people
all
with
the-
deeper, low registers where we could bottom it out?
I'm wondering that too. If
it's a
later
conscious
on we're
choice.
going to hear all deep voiced gorillas.
I think it's one of those things we keep at least in our minds as we listen and see if that's the case. Because like the house gorilla, we've still never heard him speak.
yeah,
If
he's
I-
just been sneering.
He's
and
been, and
Right.
eventually he'll talk. I'm curious to hear if he's going to have that
The deep
incredibly
voice as
low,
well.
deep voice.
We're gonna get a nice melodic voice from him. We're gonna,
Hi! It's going to be like
gonna
I'm
be
very
Paul
up
Lynn.
here and
It'll
I'm
be Paul
okay.
Lynn. Hey everybody, I'm Paulin. Yes.
Stop it. Hey guys, what's going on?
That's going to be my favorite gorilla when it's just like, hey, I'm a normal guy.
It's gonna be Tatiana from She-Hulk, where she's just speaking in Valley.
Kill
Oh my
those-
god.
Those humans are the worst. Kill them. They have all the diseases.
Well,
So for what it's worth, they were not approached in the script. The script has Thade leaving Sandar's place because he's paid go after her. But instead of him going after her, Thade actually is just riding through the woods with two soldiers who then point out something in the woods. First here, this is where I saw it. You know?
it would also be interesting if like let me look at this again. When he falls to his horse, there is a chimp holding his horse for him. Why didn't that person turn to him and say, Commander Thade, our General Thade, we've had reports in the eastern sector. They need you to check something out. You can keep it mysterious. You don't have to be, we found something. that would work so much better. And why otherwise do we have him holding his horse? Does he just have a chimp horse holder?
Yeah. Do you just stand there the whole time waiting for him to jump off a railing?
Was because Sean always wants to know, was he slinging poo the entire time he was there too? It's weird. Okay, so then we jump ahead after we have the apes, the gorillas coming in, and we go back to this scene that's back inside the house, and the house gorilla grunts at Leo as he locks the cage. But this is also where I find it a weird shot. Are there two sets of gates? Because the gorilla's looking through it, and when it cuts to Leo, he's holding the gates right by his face, which implies he's looking through something and he's over there as well. I mean, tell me you don't kind of see
I'm
that.
going back. Hang on.
It's a very weird.
Because in the wide shot, you see.
No, so the gate is to the left of Leo.
Yeah,
but the
he's
house
looking
gorilla is now looking
past the gate into the cage.
Right.
But then when you cut back and you really realize that Leo would be his right.
No, he's looking the wrong way. Yeah, exactly.
He's over here and Leo's over there.
And he's locking the gate on this side of Leo, so he should be looking to the right instead of looking to the left.
You're assuming he's looking at Leo and not our unnamed female that's sitting at the back of the cage.
That's fair. But in film language, when you cut to something,
I understand.
Unless you have Leo going, "Hey, I'm over here," it's a weird cut.
I understand what you're saying.
Hey guys, I'm over here. So what I don't understand is why is House Gorilla mad at him? He did nothing.
And especially when we didn't get all those subtext of the scenes where it was like trying to tell him how to behave. They've not earned this moment of him being disgusted with his behavior at all.
If anything, we're going back on this idea that potentially House Gorilla is sympathetic because he was kind of standing up for him a little bit or trying to back him, trying to
and that's
clean
exactly
up.
He should be.
This should have been a sympathetic moment.
He should have been like, "Are you okay?" If anything like that, kind of, or telling him if you would simply, when those moments, walk away. Anything.
It's another one of those gorillas who are just angry all the time at no reason whatsoever than just to be angry.
I do think that he has one of the best disco suits I've seen in this so far, because when you watch him walk away from the cage at 55 seconds, it is very shimmery.
It's shimmery, and it's also, to me, it feels vaguely Asian inspired. I don't know why. It's like very vesty.
I agree with that.
Why.
Are they Asian apes?
So the way he walks off without swinging his arms is very gorilla-like. I don't know if you've ever seen this video of gorillas trying to avoid the rain. But if you watch, he kind of walks...
So we're watching a video. It's a gorilla.
But see, it's like, watch the big boy here when he gets out. No swinging arms, just go, go, go.
Yeah.
So the way he kind of walks without really... swinging his arms is very gorilla-like.
I think that, when you go back to the original films, they had some ape-esque qualities, but they were never apish.
Yes.
This one, you can tell they have everybody in this. There's no question that if you're an ape, you have studied with somebody.
Somebody on movement.
And you have things that you're doing very well in this. Yes. And so the only thing that I could wish in that is that he was hunched over just a bit more to have a little bit more of that ape gait.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. And all these ideas are interesting, that we could have humans that we lock in cages at night, but why are they off of the kitchen? Because they have diseases and filth. It seems not.
I mean, where do you put your cat litter box?
I put it next to my fresh food in the fridge because I really like to keep it going.
But I've been in houses where the cat litter box is somewhere off the kitchen.
Ugh.
Right? I've been in it where it's in the bathroom.
That's just because they got toxoplasmosis and they're addicted to these cats.
Where it's been in a bathroom, where it's been in a unused bathroom and bedroom, where it's been in a laundry room, where it's been just off the kitchen somewhere,
right.
Not necessarily in the kitchen itself. So yeah, they're stored near the food because that's where they're gonna be next.
It's weird too in this moment that we see in the final shot being a wide of the kitchen from that same angle that we were in the kitchen before. We see in the cage, and if you look left to right, you can see I don't know whether she was Hispanic or Asian. I just know it's a woman, not white. She had dark hair. Then we see the bald human. Then we see Elizabeth, and we see Marky Mark. It's weird to me that you see this wide and those cuts. Like the house gorilla could have looked at all of them, and done something like that. The camera could have panned and come to Leo. It's just weird that they're here all of a sudden,
right?
When we've only introduced those two characters.
I mean, there's a moment in the next minute or two where I'm going to kind of
Okay.
break down that place as well.
All right. I think that we beat that minute to death. Sean's now looking at
Well, I was
probably
trying to look
gorillas
up that
flinging poo.
actress. I don't know if that's her or not.
All right. We'll come back to it tomorrow. Everybody, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Come